Why did it take 20 years for Ewan McGregor to love the prequels? Let's find out why time has been kind to the films, and how McGregor has come to finally appreciate them. The 3 Star Wars prequel films released between 1999 and 2005 have a complicated legacy. All 3 prequels, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, drew massive ticket sales and had their share of fans, but they were also surrounded by negativity. Critics of each of the films often cited their sterile aesthetic, odd dialogue, and new tweaks to Star Wars continuity as key reasons why they thought the prequels damaged the franchise overall. Thanks to all the criticism, the prevailing attitude seemed to be that George Lucas's 3 prequels were terrible additions to Star Wars as a whole. But while that attitude seemed to dominate pop culture for the better part of a decade, things have changed in recent years. Time has been much kinder to the prequels, with more recent critical reappraisals coming around to praising them, or at least admitting they're not as bad as some people once thought. After years of hate, these films are now entering the realm of being rescued by devoted fans and new film lovers alike. Few people were more aware of the overwhelming vitriol received by these 3 films than the actors. Poor Jake Lloyd, who played the young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace, was bullied incessantly for his presence in the movie, and has since said he's sworn off movies for good. Ewan McGregor, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi in all 3 prequels and recently reprised the role for a Disney Plus series centered on the character, is also all too familiar with the criticisms. Looking back on the prequels in recent interviews, McGregor is aware that the films get more love now, but he also knows how long it took for the positive word to spread. Speaking to Good Morning America about the legacy of the prequels, McGregor noted that recent years have brought plenty of love from fans who grew up with the films.
But the generation we made them for, the children who watch those films, they really love them.
Sure.
Our Star Wars films are their Star Wars films.
Though there's a certain relief in learning that the films you made 20 years ago have more fans than you may have believed, McGregor also still looks back on making the prequels as a fun but challenging experience. Lucas was keen to push film technology to a new plane, incorporating a lot of digital imagery into the films and shooting huge chunks of the prequels on blue and green screen sound stages with no real sets. McGregor remembers the films fondly, but he's also admitted that spending all that time acting against characters and environments that weren't actually there was a challenge.
It's hard to make emotional moments realistic when you're surrounded by nothing.
The prequel films came at a time when Lucas was trying to push the frontiers of digital filmmaking, building entire worlds with computer-generated imagery in ways that had never been seen before. That meant the actors had to blaze that trail right along with him, working in a style of acting they'd never experienced before. By the time the prequels were done, according to McGregor, there was a combination of relief and frustration. He enjoyed playing Obi-Wan Kenobi and following in the footsteps of the great Alec Guinness, but the work was unlike anything he'd ever done before. Then came the negative reactions, and the sense that the prequels were disappointments to many fans. With all that in mind, it felt for a long time like McGregor's journey with Star Wars was at an end. Obi-Wan kept appearing in Star Wars stories, including a major role in the long-running Clone Wars animated series, but McGregor himself seemed to be done with the character for good. That began to change in the 2010s as increasing interest in a new Obi-Wan Kenobi story grew among fans and among executives at Lucasfilm. Finally, after years of reappraisal, it looked like fans wanted more, and in 2019, Disney and Lucasfilm officially announced an Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries starring McGregor would arrive on Disney+. The series premiered on May 27, 2022, offering fans around the world the chance to reconnect with a version of the character they've now loved for more than 20 years. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SlashFilm videos about sci-fi movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.